Hello, my beautiful Taurus. I'm very glad to have you here with me on my channel, Tasty Tarot. I'm your intuitive reader, Miss Chloe. Thank you so much for joining me here in this sacred space. Just know that you are loved and you are safe here. So we're going to be looking into your January 2026 energies. This is a general reading. It's not a personal reading, so these are not one-to-one messages. Please, bearing that in mind, take what resonates, release the rest. If it doesn't fit, don't force it. You can also check out my videos on your other major placements, such as sun, moon, and rising signs, because sometimes those placements hold keys to helping to unlock your story. All right, Taurus. Whoa. Okay. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, King of Pentacles, wow, Six of Swords, very nice. What a way to open the new year. All right, look at you go. I like. So with the Wheel of Fortune in your protagonist energy, we are looking at the fact that everything is going, we'll say, smoothly. You're feeling good. It just seems like when you put effort into something, it works out the way that you wanted, maybe even better. So that is great. So, well, okay then. Ah, yeah. And the Magician, following up the Wheel of Fortune. What? Taurus, I want this reading. What is going on with you? Okay. Nice, nice. So the Magician with the Wheel of Fortune, yeah. You are definitely implementing the law of attraction right now. You're keeping your head clean, your thoughts. You're realizing and embracing the fact that power comes from your thoughts. What you speak out into the universe, you speak into existence. You know, you are feeling empowered because you are realizing that you have the tools to do what it takes. You have everything you need to take a situation and turn it into something else. Something that you want, something that you crafted. Ooh. You had a card flipped in there. Where is it? Ah. Judgment. Resistance position. So this is really great. This is some great energy. These are both major arcana cards that are going to be showing up in big ways for you, Taurus. It's beautiful. Now, you can't just stampede and have it all fall into place perfectly. You know, there has to be a little bit of resistance, right? So what we're looking at for that is we have the King of Pentacles and Judgment. Another major arcana card in the resistance position. So what this means, Taurus, is these are things that are not working with you right now. You know, it feels like you're butting up against it and it's just not manifesting in the way that you are wanting it to, not just yet. But the good thing about the cards that come up in the resistance position, I had to read them as a reversal, but they are soon slated to be turned upright. So these are achievements that are coming your way, Taurus. You just keep doing. Yeah. You just keep doing what you're doing. You do that. And good things are coming your way. King of Pentacles, you know, you're feeling right now like, okay, Miss Chloe, I'm not getting all of the money that I want right now. I'm not obtaining all of the resources that I'd like. You know, maybe you're feeling, you know, just a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? What is this for you right now? King of Pentacles. You know, in the upright, the King of Pentacles is, you know, mastering your physical realm. So maybe right now you're feeling like it's a challenge to truly master that physical realm. You know, this could be something as simple as like, you know, things are going really great, but I just really been neglecting my body. I need to, you know, get into an exercise routine and start eating healthier. You know, maybe that's what I should do for the new year. It's resolution time, you know, so it could be something like that. But the King of Pentacles in that resistance, saying, you know, maybe you just feel like you're overspending right now, which a lot of us feel that way at the moment, being the holiday season, imagine. But we're moving out of that. Soon all of the festivities are going to simmer down, and we can start to focus on what truly matters to us for the upcoming year. So yeah, you know, you're looking at a renewal coming up in January. You have some big ideas, you have some goals, and you are ready to tackle them, my friend. And it's looking really good because you're understanding, like, I am the magician. I wield the power to create and manifest my own fortune and destiny. Yes. Look at y'all. So yeah. Maybe you're not making as much coin right now as you'd like. Maybe you're feeling kind of a pinch. But you're hatching some plans, aren't you? You're figuring this out. Six of Swords in the outcome energy. So, yeah, it feels like things have been kind of rough. So, you've probably been going through a spell of like, oh God, just really, I'm excited to have whatever it is for you. Just so excited to just have it over, to be done with it, have it behind me, and just move on. Got my eye on those nice still waters over there, those waters back there. I'm not a white water rafter. I don't ride those waves. Over it. I want those waters. They're nice and pretty. You're moving there. Don't worry, Taurus, you got this. Just keep doing what you're doing. Remember that you are powerful. You are a co-creator in this universe. What else do we have for my dear Taurus? Show me that Six of Swords, please. What else is in this outcome energy? Okay. Oh, thank you. Three of Swords. So, I feel like with that Six of Swords, there may have been something that you felt was difficult to deal with. It was difficult to deal with. It was draining. You know, maybe you shared words with somebody that was a little bit hurtful. Maybe you learned something that was, you know, a little bit disappointing. I feel like this is something that, you know, being paired with that Six of Swords, I feel like this, whatever this is, you know, what you're moving on from. This disappointment. Maybe you've just felt like, you know, all the times that you tried to accomplish something, it hasn't worked out. But I think you're recognizing that just because something happened in the past doesn't mean that it's bound to happen again in the future. You know, this is some of the power that you are realizing within yourself. Is that, hey, just because that happened back there doesn't mean it's going to happen up there. That way. That's good. Oh, that's good. Strength. The Fool. Four of Swords. Yeah. So in your protagonist energy, the stuff that is going in your favor, the stuff to lean on, lean into it, because this is where your strength and power lies. You have the Strength card. And so you see, I love the Strength card in this deck. We have this woman that is caressing the wolf, and they're just gazing at each other. There's an understanding. I feel like this is tying into some of your self-talk. You're learning more and more, Taurus, that it's so important as the magician to use the right words, think the right thoughts, and these will ultimately influence your outcomes. And so, you know, this also tells me that you have been going through something that requires strength and fortitude. You know, maybe you had put on a strong face for those around you. You know, you had to step up and be that person that made it all happen, that makes it all happen. You know, maybe there are others who depend on you. You know, it could be family members. You know, they depend on you to be that rock for everybody. And that can be a lot. So, kudos to you. You're strong. You're capable. You're holding it all together. And not only are you holding it all together, you're figuring out how to make it bloom. Yeah. Very nice. So with the Fool energy, you know, you're ready to try something new. Or maybe, well, you know, Taurus, you can be a little bit stubborn. Sometimes, you know, doing something differently or starting something new can be, but I feel like you're coming to a point where it's required. Judgment, rising to the occasion, new life. You know, these are things that you're maybe digging your heels on into the ground on right now. It's like, nah, I've been doing things this way for this long. I'm comfortable with it. This is what I like. Taurus, I get it. We're all creatures of habit to some extent. But you are being called on right now to change things up. You know, you have the tools, you have the strength, and you have just good luck on your side right now. This is a perfect window of opportunity to try something new. That thing that you've had in your mind that you've been tossing around for a little while, maybe it's the thing that you should be stepping up and doing, you know, especially now that we're heading into 2026. This is your January general energy reading. You know, I don't know exactly what this is. This could be work and career, this could be family, this could be health, this could be your spirituality. I could be seeing a little bit of everything here right now. But man, you have some great stuff going in your favor. What a window you have right now to really do that fresh start. I love it. You know, it's like you're ready to jump into the unknown. Try something new. Rise to the occasion. Slough off that old skin. 2025 was the year of the snake. Snake shed. Wiggle out of that skin. That old, nasty skin. Get rid of it. It's time. You know what this is. You know what's been on your mind. And I mean, whatever it is, it has something to do with like money, your career, like happiness in your career, your personal environment. So the material things around you, you know, maybe you've been wanting to redecorate your house or do some renovations. It could be something like that. And saying, well, you know, it's time to make some adjustments to your environment. You know, you're very in tune with your environment. If there's something off in your environment, then you're a little bit off. Yeah. Four of Swords. Six of Swords. Oh wow, this is all swords. Okay. So whatever this is, you know, it looks like you're going to be using January as a time to kind of do some heavy thinking and processing. You know, all of this right here, you're not there just yet, but it's coming. These changes are coming, but it looks like you need some time. Maybe this is your wake-up call, seeing this video. This is you processing, taking a little time out, regroup. You know, maybe some of the things, you know, some of your old habits, old thought patterns that you're realizing need to go. You know, that can be hard. You know, there are certain aspects of our mind and our brains that's wired to try and keep us in the same spot, because as far as that lower level of the brain is concerned, it's like, hey, we're alive, we're surviving, you know, we're doing this right, don't change it up. This is working. What are you doing? And that's a natural response that we all have. That is not typically helpful. You know, all the best of intentions of the subconscious mind trying to keep our bodies safe or protect our ego. I'm just saying, you know what this is. I don't have to know what this is, but I can hope that maybe I did you some good by reading this for you. All right, I'm not sure where we sit on time right now. Chloe needs a watch or clock. That's what she needs. This isn't gonna work without one. Oh, I'm pulling a card for you from the Enchanted Astrologer. This is going to be a card pertaining to some aspect of your natal chart. Oh, Aries. So maybe you have some Aries in your chart. Maybe some strong Aries. Maybe you know an Aries. You know, if it's someone you know, perhaps this person can help you. Some of the stuff that you're dealing with and thinking about. Otherwise, what I would do is I would look at your own personal chart and find where Aries is. What house does it rule? What, depending on that house, you know, what planets are in that house? What are the important aspects? You know, this might be a clue for you as to where you should be looking right now to help you progress through this processing period so that you can start, you know, you can be the boss is what I just heard. You're the boss. Yeah, do that. I like that. Okay, let's get an oracle card for you. My delicious, tantalizing Taurus. Can I have an oracle, please? A message for my lovely Taurus people out there in my tasty tribe. Message for those who need to hear, who are here and present for it. Please and thank you. A message to send them forth into the new year. Okay, nice. So you got protection. This big, strong tree here. There's little bits of lightning up in the sky. Some electrical activity. So I feel like what this is saying, what Spirit wants you to know right now, boom, you are protected. I mean, sometimes it's really nice just to be reminded of that because the world can feel so big. But you are loved, you are protected. I see the roots of this tree, you know, they delve down deeply into the earth. And the tree's roots, you know, they dig down so that they can obtain nutrients and water. And then the stronger the root system, you know, the better they can withstand the winds. And so I feel like Spirit is saying, hey, Taurus, you got this. Ground yourself. You are an earth sign. This is your element. Ground yourself. Have faith. Know that you're protected. Remember, you are strong. You can move forward. Perhaps these changes that we're talking about here are a little bit intimidating. Maybe you worry that if you were to make these changes, to release these things or embrace other things, that it might put you at some risk. Well, I wouldn't worry too much about that. All right, that is what I have for you this time, my dear Taurus. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you found any value in these messages, please give it a like, a share, a subscribe. This will help further get these messages to people who could benefit from hearing from them. So, thank you so much. I really enjoyed reading for you. This was lovely. So, until next time, go get them.